Hello, everybody. I wish I didn't have to make this video, um, but my progress is pretty much like, well, I wouldn't say halted. It just Dell Spencer has completely disappeared from the Steam Workshop. I was able to bring him back in SFM, but he's just using SFM. I was able to bring him back using SFM, but he's just gone. Where the fuck is I? I gotta be real with you. Like I'm just pissed off. Like this is just annoying. I'm really close to the end. Like there's like a huge gunfight and everything, and explosions and shit, and like soldiers and fighting and stuff, and Mimi and everything, and I got like the whole story. It's like 2 more minutes, I think. Like 2 or 3 more minutes of filming, and he's just gone. Now I can move this guy. I can move him. When I make him an animated prop and shit, I can like I can move his arm around, you know. But it like where is his ragdoll? Why is he taken off the workshop? Why? Why? If anybody has one of the models, just give it to me. I wouldn't normally consider this to be such a big deal, but I have worked on this like for a month or something, and I fucking want this. I want it right now. Like I need it right now. Maybe it's even in my own add-ons page, but I can't find it. It's not there. Just somebody get me this guy right now. I've got to lose my fucking mind. I got like the voice acting is like done, like from all the characters, like the teleporter girl actress is fine and recovered, and she's doing her lines and everything, you know, and Mimi's actor and the one I got for Cynthia, just all of them are there. It just Dell Spencer's character Deli is just gone. Like why is it gone? I feel like this is like a rerun of my video like 5 years ago where I was like complaining that like everything was always glitching out. Well, I solved those bugs, but this is ridiculous. This is just maddening. So if anyone can get me that model right now, please help. Yeah. Otherwise, Mimi Hunt is like 2 is like almost done. I got like more videos. I got like I got like more videos coming up as well. The sequel to Killoween. Killoween was supposed to be a movie. That was it was supposed to be like a movie that spanned for like I thought it was gonna be 4 hours, but it's actually 2 hours. But it's gonna be probably closer to 2 hours. But it's I uploaded the first 10 minutes on Halloween, so I don't have to wait until 2024. That would just kind of suck if I had to wait another year. Like I don't have the fucking, my patience is not forever. I worked non-stop on Mimi Hunt and like a bunch of other videos for like a month or two now, and like I like after the success of Mimi Hunt, I was just like wow, like that's amazing. Like my life doesn't suck for once. Like that's cool. You know, like so I've just been I I that's all I've been doing is just working on this and going on walks and exercising and that's it. That like this is my life now. But it's fine because if it works out and it like goes well, then I can just then I can build my future off of this stuff and then maybe have a life that isn't total shit forever, all the time. This guy, this dude here in the dark suit. This is like what I usually make or try to make animations with is like these sort of dark, dudes with like giant guns and like stuff and like blood and shooting people. And then the videos that were like successful were like of these ridiculous, cute, like you know, like colorful characters, and it was almost like symbolic, like look at this son of a bitch. Look at his smile. I mean, it doesn't get more pure than that, really. And I don't really know why I'm saying this right now, but it's it's just it's nice. Like I actually like this in a way. Like it's I never would have thought that I would have made animations on like these like robot women and stuff. I always kind of thought that that was sort of like perverse or vulgar or whatever. Um, I don't want to do that. There's way too much of that sort of stuff on the internet already. Like, perverted stuff and all that. Like, I try not to do that. I've sort of leaned into it a little bit more in recent times, and Halloween has, like, a tiny percentage of it, but I just... I don't know. Like, I'm trying to step over my boundaries, because that's what gets me to successful places. I think. Um, yeah, I don't know. All I know is that I I I I've I like to make entertaining movies and stuff, and that's like pretty much the only thing that I really give a shit about, and that's pretty much the only thing that I really have got going in my life, like at all. I mean, like it's. I know people often on the internet, like a lot of these content creators, they can be pretty dramatic, but that's pretty much all I'm doing. Pretty much all I'm doing. In fact, I had a couple of videos where I talked about my life in the past. I sort of unlisted them all because they were ridiculous and crazy and embarrassing, and looking back, it's just like I was just a lunatic. Because I kind of was, because my mental state was not very good, and now I'm like fine again. I think now I'm like all right, and you know, like but this like it would be cool if it would be cool if that like I could make like great videos, and then that sub count goes from like 3,000 to like 10,000 or whatever, and there's a bunch of people that are like, oh, we want to watch what you do, and and uh and I just go like, all right, well, what do you guys want to see this time? And then I like that. I like that. It's nice, and it's like I mean, I don't I don't really know why I'm. Yeah, I guess I'll change this from like a complaining video to like a little bit of an update video, I guess, but like semi-complaint video. I don't fucking know. I'm working very hard. Sometimes I don't work. Sometimes I'm too tired to work. Uh, this is work. Some people wouldn't see it as that, but I think it is. I mean, I'm spending like all my time on it, and I don't really, you might be like, oh, well, take a break then, but I don't really know how to do that because I don't really play video games anymore all that much, and I don't really have friends. I got a couple of friends on the internet, and those three guys that appear on my videos, Kaiser and Latvian, those are pretty much my. And Elephant doing crack. EDC, never don't forget EDC. I got a couple more friends than that, but like those are like the and Hank. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. He's gone to some. I don't even know if Hank was like featured much on the channel. I don't think he was at all, but he was a friend of mine who was always very encouraging, very encouraging. And well, I don't know how to put this, but he I I won't be able to speak to him for a very long time anymore. I don't think. Uh, like he was like locked away or something, and it's like a whole personal thing, and I shouldn't go into it too much. But it's it's like I don't know, So it's like those four guys are like that. I refer to them as I'm Wyatt Earp, and they're like my the four immortals. But now it's like the three immortals, so it's like the four horsemen of the fucking apocalypse or some shit. I don't know. It's yeah, um, yeah. I don't know. I think the last few days it's been kind of getting to me a bit, and I know that I have like several good videos. I have a video called 7-Eleven Assault coming up. Um, I got like a bunch of characters in there that are gonna show up in my Halloween movie, Killoween. I got actually I can show it right now. I got a video planned with these guys from Portal 2. Like I saw the dialogue of the characters in Portal 2, the personality cores, and the guy who made Mimi Sentry actually made these before Mimi Sentry, but they never really took off. The only problem is they don't really have good like lip sync, so I'm trying to like figure out how to like they don't have good like facial expression. I try to make it work a bit, but as you can see, it doesn't really work. Yeah, I I hope that that stops happening. That I think I know how to fix it, but it's just a little irritating. But I got a video with these guys planned. You know, like I think the fact core from Portal 2 especially is like really funny. It's like he says the fact core is the best core. The fact core is the most wisest, amazing core, and has many friends. And I was like, that's so funny. Like he said like Benjamin Franklin like invented push-ups in 1830. Like what the fuck? Yeah, it's like what the hell? But yeah, I got like I got like plans with like a Portal 2 video, That one is like a short form one, but I think they'd be like really funny. And it'd be kind of like those 2D animators that animate parts of Portal 2, but I do like 3D. I don't really want to steal their stuff. I just want to do it too, a little bit. Um, and then you got like the like uh yeah, I got like a video where like the idea is that because I never really conveyed this much ever, I don't think, because they're very, very old videos. But I originally, my idea with Gmod was that it was going to be like some like series where it's like clones of me, and there's like a clone army and stuff, and and I kind of did that. Like it was a really old video. It was actually taken down a couple months back for copyright because I showed some footage of Attack on Titan in it. But it was called Replicas: The Invasion or something. But I had like a like it was like that was the idea, that I had like a clone army and stuff. And so I tried to like play into that a little bit, because I don't do anime stuff. Like even after Mimi Hunt, even after Mimi Hunt, I don't. That's not something that I usually do. Um, I'm not like it might be hard to believe, but I'm not necessarily a very anime person. I mean, like, I guess I'm not a weeaboo or whatever they call it. Like I'm not like weird like that. I do actually. I clearly paid attention when I was watching anime, um, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to animate these characters so well. But I'm not actually like I don't do cosplay or dress up and do all the crazy anime voices. I don't really do that. Well, okay, I do it now. In fact, I was actually going to voice the blue robot man, Deli. I was going to be him. Uh, I might, if people are interested, I might like upload my voice lines for of that for other people to use because I actually did like some more like generic stuff for like other videos. In fact, I was thinking about uploading Sentry Bruxter's voice line um, for other people to use in their animations with the idea that they would credit me. Um, because I think like obviously my voice for the Sentry Bruxter is like it's like the definitive one. Come here, I will blow you up. I was the guy who did that. Um, I I I I just sort of voice act by default. There's a lot more where that came from in um, like a lot of stuff. Um, I well yeah I was yeah sorry I kind of forgot what I was talking about, but it's alright. I think it's like a stress ball being squeezed or something. I don't know. I just know that I've. Oh yeah. Like I was gonna play into that with the idea was that like only a defective clone in the clone army could have made the video, with the anime people, and so there was gonna be like this video where like like he's hiding in a 7-Eleven, and like the rest of the army comes to arrest him for his heresy. And so they break in and like shoot everybody and arrest everybody and then try to take him out. And he and another anime girl or something, which would be the anime girl who voiced the characters, is like a sort of meta joke there. Voiced Mimi and all that. That and then they escape and there's like a whole sequence. And I've actually worked on that a bit. In fact, that video is also like filming wise nearly done. Um, but it was like it was gonna be like a little bit of a snack because I kind of got tired of like the colorful characters. I want to do a little bit more of my own. But that was a video that I worked on for a bit. I think I could finish it in a day now, filming wise, if I wanted to. Uh, but of course, Mimi Hunt needs to get finished. Mimi Hunt 2 needs to get finished as well. And the Portal video, you know, that one is, I really want to make it, but I just can't find the mental time to like finish the this model of the fact core, and convert the other ones, and then start making it. You know, because I have to like find like locations in Portal 2 that are good to use, and I have to come up with scenarios and stuff, and then with some of the things that the fact core says, you know, like Benjamin Franklin does push-ups in 1830, like I'll have to take a model from Benjamin Franklin and like actually show that because that's way too hysterical not to play into like that. You know, I got a lot of shit going on. Got Killoween, my Halloween movie I worked on for a year. I know everybody is really interested in Mimi Hunt 2, and everybody that came on subscribed because of Mimi Hunt 2 and the Anime Engineer, which the sequel, which is also something I'm working or moving towards because I really want to make it. A lot of the ideas for that actually went into Mimi Hunt 2 because, well, I just wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to. Um, but yeah, like I, you know, I've got a lot. But oh yeah. But like I know that people come for Mimi Hunt, but there's a lot more. You know, like Killoween has um one of the most crazy like storylines I ever came up with. Like the you know like you saw the first part. I'm not gonna spoil the rest, but you know it just you have no idea. You think you've seen it, like that first part, like that's not that first part is like deceptively simple, like it's deceptively mundane. The rest of it is so awesome and like crazy and like insane. I've just been staring at it all week, just going like, oh god, I gotta like get this out for people to watch. People have got to see this because this is great, and if they see it, then you know, like I'll feel better maybe. I don't know, you know, like worked on it for a year through thick and thin. Like I would spend like all my time on that, just all my, and that's pretty much what I do. I spent all my time on YouTube and like making these things. I mean, of course, I spend a little time, you know, lollygagging or watching movies with my friends or stuff, but um, or like a couple of other things. But the point is, the free time when I'm sharp, when I'm onto it, when I'm there, all of that time gets spent on videos, and I work pretty slow. I work much faster than I did before, but I'm still pretty slow. And I remember when the Anime Engineer finished, I was like 4 a.m. Like just sort of just straight up dancing in the like room that I live in now. And you know, just I was just dancing because it was like it's finally over. Like you know, whenever I get a video out, it feels like some kind of Herculean task. And funnily enough, Mimi Hunt 1 was actually I took 2 days, like it was 2 days to make that, and it's like, God, that was so easy. That was really easy, and it was like it was so weird that like everybody, you know, like essentially just like almost like fawned over it and we're like, this is a great video. Like I was just like, what do you mean it's a great video? It's I worked on it for only 2 days. haven't you seen all the stuff that I never finished? And it's like, yeah, of course they haven't seen it because it was never finished. And I went like that for years where I just made giant videos that never got completed ever. And but you know, I gradually got better at it over time, and then you know, like now I actually do complete things, and now the animation quality is much better by default. And now I understand that I guess shorter videos are also like have potential for great success. And Mimi Hunt 2, I think just by virtue of just being like a sequel to the first one, it's much longer, much more complex, and maybe I honestly wonder if I'm just not missing the point. Like maybe I should have just made Mimi Hunt 2 just, you know, very short also, like 10 minutes maybe. I think it's clocking in like 30 minutes maybe, Mimi Hunt 2. Like a lot of stuff happens. A lot of stuff happens. I try to take everything that was weird about the first one, this is not really a spoiler, but you know, it's like the anvil, the anvil, you know, like I it's like the it's like who put it there, the drunk scout, you know, like I mean, I guess that's a spoiler, but it's like a very minor one. And I just made the decision to show it to you, but you know, it's like the drunk scout put it there, next to 2 barrels of alcohol. You know, like it's you know, I try to like just, you know, give people some satisfying stuff, and the teleporter girls who were new at the time. Now there's new teleporter girls. Like I just like what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Like I was just sort of thinking about doing like a video called like the Century Girls Go Shopping. I will actually do that as soon as I have like time for it, or I just pick a day where I decide that, oh, this is the day when I'm gonna do it. Um, but yeah, you know, like I just sort of I'm just really yeah. I think I'm now just sort of like well, maybe I'm not burnt out, but I'm just a little, you know, like Mimi Hunt 1 was you know, like it was everything I could possibly hope that it would be. And now it's like the next step, which is this video, of course, but you know, not like I'm nearly done. Nearly done. I made a lot of concessions. I think it's very good. But now, you know, Dell Spencer's just gone. He's just gone, and like it just. Can somebody please get me the model, like please, just please get it to me. Like I just it needs to be done, and it needs to be over, and I want it to be out, and I really want it to be out. I really want it to be done. I just really want it to be done. And be over with, which shouldn't be that hard. Like, they're really, like, it's only those characters up there, and the bad guy down there. They take them out, and, like, the villain of the third one gets set up, and the third one will, you know, like, that will feature some of the other new characters that have come since. Then, of course, the Animagineer 2 and Killoween and all that shit, and all those other projects that I've got going on. And the Portal 2 one, of course, like, you know, but I like, maybe I should start, like, making just short videos that I know are good. I know I can do it. Like, that's part of the reason with the Portal 2 ones, because those are meant to be short. And I just make, like, 10 of them or something, and then I end it. Because they have, like, 5 minutes of dialogue, so there's actually still a lot that you could do with that. You there's a lot that you can do with that sort of thing. Um, yeah, I just want it to be over. Like I just really want it to be done. So I don't know. Maybe this video is like helpful to, I guess, people who are watching. I always want to do update videos, but I just didn't do it. I just don't do it because I usually only want to do it when I have something to show. And I mean, like, I, I it I've heard a lot of creators say like I love you all and you know, thank you for watching and all that stuff, and I always, or I very often feel like that's fake and stuff, but I really appreciate the, you know, like, especially the comments like it deserves more viewers and you earned yourself a sub and you're, you know, you like the that guy who made that ego piece, like King, he called my work kinography or something, like the enter replica. Like I was like, you are a lunatic, but that is awesome. I love it. It's just kingography. That's how good I am. Like I like that. It's probably a little over the top, but still. Like, and that, you know, like with a bunch of other things, like it's just the response I've gotten for Mimi Hunt and Anime Engineer is just fantastic. Like I could not ask for anything more, but I was also not expecting anything really. I was, yeah, I'm so grateful for the help, or for the 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 love and the attention. I really appreciate everybody who feels like I am worthy of such praise. Like I thank you. Like really, I don't really. My life has been so consistently terrible for so long that I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I let myself be happy, because I try to, I believe that you always have to be as authentic as possible, and the thing is, right, I just don't really feel the happiness yet for my success. I just, it just sort of, I thought it would come. I got like joyous at a couple of times, but I don't really, you know, I'm not, I never, you know, like jumped around like a, I mean, there was a couple of moments when I was like yes, but you know, I never got to the point where I was like a cartoon character, like bowling around. And the reason why I say this is because, you know, when I tell my audience I love you all, and I, you know, like I want to be completely honest and, you know, not be a liar, you know, but I guess it's fine if I could say that I appreciate you guys a lot, just purely on, you know, how how I think, and I hope that over time I can actually start feeling it as well. I feel it maybe a little bit, but just not that much, not as much as I wish I did. I think I've probably said pretty much everything. If somebody can get me that Dell Spencer model, like just a copy of it or something, and like send it to me, like I'd be in your debt. Like thank you so much if you do that. I need this video to get out, and I think you will all love it, and I think it will be a great video, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. And I can't wait to like make hundreds of videos over the next 10 years or whatever the hell long it will be, and like make my career to like make wonderful animations and stories, and maybe even get into like real life acting or something. Like, you know, like just wherever this fucking train is gonna go. This like this bandwagon, wherever it's gonna go. Like I just hope it goes to a good place, of course. But you know, like I can't wait to do all that because right now I'm just stuck. Like I'm not gonna go into my whole life situation and really that's such a gigantic fucking can of worms. But you know, the point is, in my real life, there's not really anything that makes me feel anything. Like I just if anything, I'm kind of apathetic to it. Like I exist here on the internet pretty much, and I go outside a bit, of course, much more than I did before. But you know, the point is, you know, I just this this that like people actually enjoy what I make here. That means the world to me. Like doing what I want on my own, on my on my how do you put it, on my accord, my terms, like on my terms, and it's like working out and people actually enjoy it. That I love that. Like that I just yeah, I do. So maybe all I just said about like, you know, not feeling anything, like maybe that's just a self-contradiction. I know I've done that a couple of times over the last few years. I hope that I can get Mimi Hunt 2 and my other projects out soon so you guys can enjoy them. Trust me, they're really good. I I worked really hard on them, and I try, even if I, in my own estimations, feel like I rushed them a bit. I think I give them the love and attention that they deserve to be great pieces of entertainment um, that, you know, are to satisfactory levels. Yeah, I think I've said everything now. Yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. Um, Maybe now, like, yeah, I get, yeah, you got like a picture of the guy that is that you're all following now, and what he's about and all that. Well, maybe not what he's about because I haven't really talked about that, but that'll come. That'll come in its own time. Lord knows I'm kind of tired about talking about myself. I've done that a lot over the years too. I'm kind of sick of it. Kind of want to just, you know, get on with my life and just actually live it. Like, actually live my life. Because I don't think I've ever done that. I feel like I've always just lived for other people. Just sort of doing as I was told forever. Going with the flow, and then everything turns out like shit. So, you know, like that's why I like YouTube and like making these videos, because it's like it's me. No bullshit that I don't care about, that I'm forced to do because that's just the way it is. I could never live that way. I could never live that way. I'm far too different for most people that I could just blindly like sleepwalk through life. Like it has to be something meaningful. It has to be something special, and that is what this is. That is what this is. Or at least it's the closest thing to it. somebody get me this model, and I'll make I'll finish the video, and I'll make plenty more over the coming months and weeks, months and years, and we build ourselves a nice little, you know, community of people and stuff. And you guys let me know what kind of videos you want me to make. Like, why don't we do that as well? Yeah, once I get to like 5,000 subs, I'll start a Patreon or Subscribe Star or something like that. And we can start like, you know, like doing suggestions and stuff like that. I don't know how that'll go. They'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, yeah. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, I'll see you guys soon.